Hi, it's me, Katie-Beth again. So a lot of you I've been seeing around have been asking me why I've had a styrofoam witch head in my bag. It wasn't because I'm that weird and carry witch heads in my bag. It's because I'm making a hat for one of my friend's children, and I needed a smaller head mannequin than the one I have, which is still smaller than my giant head. But I needed one more child size, and they didn't really have children size mannequins. So I actually just bought a little witch head, which was more like what I thought children's head size would be. But she was kind of hideous. And so I decided she needed plastic surgery. So I put her under the knife. And after I chopped off her giant nose, her chin, some of her warts, and sanded down her crazy wrinkles and angry eyebrows, I ended up painting her. And instead of a crazy scary witch, she's kind of a crazy scary mannequin now. So this is what she looked like before, and this is what she looks like now. And if I stand like this, I have hidden Mickey ears. So the difference in heads, I'll let you see here. So it's a smaller than the adult head, so more the size of a toddler's head. Hopefully. I'll find out soon enough when I send her the hats. So if any of you are interested in seeing the transformation between the horrible witch and the horrible mannequin, just keep watching. So here's the original witch, and then I took a kitchen knife and started chopping off her nose and some of her gross features, like her gross wrinkles. And then I took a file from a Leatherman and started sanding down some of those areas to smooth them out. And then later I decided to try and use some sandpaper. Got that idea from Sean at work. However, a lot of the styrofoam, because it's little styrofoam balls compressed together in there, just started popping off when I would sand it, and then it would make more crevices for me to have to sand down. But it did work better than not doing it at all, so I just kept sanding down her face. And my God, it just seemed like it was taking forever. But I just kept sanding and sanding. I also sanded out some of the pupil area from her eyes because it was a little creepy looking also, and tried to push in her big cheeks. I'm not sure it worked, but it made me feel better. Then I thought about chopping off more of her nose, but I figured I'd give her the human feature of just having a weird nose like the rest of us. Next I moved on to painting her face. I'm using a flesh-colored acrylic, some paint that I already had, and I'm pretty much using a bunch of acrylics on her different colors. Just the cheap stuff I got at Michael's craft store. And look at me with the skill, getting super close to her eye. So then when I was done painting her whole face, I didn't want to waste the paint, and I thought I was done painting her, well, at least her flesh, and so I just started using it to start filling in some of the white on her hair, because I was going to paint over it anyways, just didn't want any white spots. Oh, and in between each coat of paint I'm putting on here, I dried it with a blow dryer on low with cool, so not the hot. I actually did later put it on some hot, and it melted her in a few spots and melted up some of the paint. Just a note for that. So then I take a brown and I paint the base coat for her hair. There's kind of different thicknesses of paint and different levels of color because I wanted it to be really texturized. I also go in with some black and then some more light brown or blonde streaks, so she has some highlights and some lowlights in there. And here we go, showing some of her highlights. And then when I was done with her hair, I moved on to her eyes. I gave her blue eyes because I thought that would look nicer and less witchy, since I'm still trying to get her away from the witch look. And I wanted to give her really big eyes and really big pupils to be more of the friendly look, kind of how anime does it. And then I remembered that she'd need some more eyebrows. And I'm horrible with eyebrows. I don't even do my own. She actually has nicer eyebrows than I have myself. And then I gave her some coloring. I put some blush, did some contouring on her face. Way more makeup than I give myself again. Then I move on to lipstick. I wanted to keep with more natural tones, so I used the same color as I had used on her cheeks. When I was done with her lips, I painted the inside black, and it looked a little hillbilly-ish. So then I started adding teeth. And then here's the finished product. Thanks for watching. This is us in order of big head to little head.